called about, and we're now ready for the third bout of middleweight.
Fighters. The next bout is a middleweight bout. The red corner. The prior experience of this fighter is extensive. Amateur boxing and kickboxing, 54 wins and 1 loss. 3 times BC Golden Gloves in boxing. Silver in the Nationals in boxing. The Canadian champion in kickboxing. He lives in Kamloops, but is here tonight as the Kelowna middle...
We're going to hear a lot about a young kid named Shane Sutcliffe, who was not allowed to go in this tournament because of his age. And Valentine beat Shane Sutcliffe over in Nanaimo. It was a very controversial 3-2 split decision, but that's how he got here.
Pretty good long lead right hand by Valentine. Caught Laursen off balance. That was a stagger. Laursen slipped. He was not in trouble. Talk about Laursen's experience. He's amateur boxer, kickboxer, record 54 wins and 1 loss. I guess if he fought you and he only had 1 loss, it had to be to you.
No, actually, he didn't fight me. He fought with me at the Intermediate Canadian Championship.
3 times BC Golden Gloves in boxing. So, I mean, that says a lot right there. The guy's been around, and I guess he's probably back doing it at the age of 28 years old to pick up, like everybody else here trying to do, at $10,000.
I haven't seen Laursen fight for a long time, but it seems like he's lost a little bit of the style that he had back as an intermediate. He used to set things up a little bit more, throw the jab, put his punches together. It looks like he's trying to throw the bombs tonight.
I've never seen either one of them fight before, but with his experience, I'm a little surprised. It appears to me that Laursen does appear to be hurrying things a little bit. He's not under control. He doesn't have the kind of poise that I would expect to see from a 3-time Golden Glove champion, where Valentine, on the other hand, doesn't have quite as much experience, really looks cool and confident in that opening round.
Laursen's been down in the U.S. for about a month and a half training with the pros down there, but it looked to me like he was having a little bit of a problem with his depth perception there. It didn't seem like he was landing his punches very cleanly at the end of his punches, Barry. And that was a very, very close first round. I'd hate to be in a judge's position.
And I think the harder he got hit, the worse his depth perception got, huh?
I'll tell you one thing, that Valentine can only be encouraged by that first round.
Exactly, and build off that. That has to give him tremendous confidence. I mean, coming into a fight like this against a guy with the experience of Ejnar Laursen, Valentine a couple of years younger, no real edge in reach or height. Valentine's 6 feet even, Laursen 5'11", but the experience on paper appeared to be in Larsen's corner, but Valentine with an excellent opening round and fairly even as we get set for round 2 of the 3-round fight, BC Tough Man Challenge from the P&E Agrodome in Vancouver, and this is our 3rd and middleweight bout of the evening. A good exchange right there in front of us. Valentine with a good combination.
Well, Valentine looked like he was breathing pretty heavy in between rounds there, but he's come out very strong, Barry.
Has to be a surprise at this point. The performance of Wolf Valentine, representing Nanaimo. He's the champion in the middleweight category. Won that title back on October the 5th. Some experience. He's a BC champion in kickboxing. He won a silver glove in boxing. He's trying to move on tonight of the BC Tough Man Challenge and earn himself $10,000.
One thing that comes with experience too, Barry, is that you know when you get in that ring, you've got to be in good condition. And it seems to me that Ejnar Laursen's in...
Wait a minute. WWF right here at the P&E Agrodome in Vancouver. Hulk Hogan versus Sergeant Slaughter. No, just kidding. Ejnar Laursen in the red trunks up against Wolf Valentine in the black, and it's been fairly even, but a pretty good exchange. I think Laursen fighting a more effective second round, Dale. He looks to be a little bit more under control and showing more of the poise, and now really beginning to land a flurry as Valentine unable to cover up and protect himself.
I'm just trying to talk about conditioning, Barry. And you can see right now, Valentine came out real strong at the center of tagged Laursen, but Laursen really was strong. And because of his conditioning, he was finishing the round very strong there, but then he got tagged right at the end of the round. Another tough call.
Laursen got sloppy, I think. He got a little bit carried away, started to throw punches haphazardly and fighting off the ropes. Valentine saw his opening and finished that second round with a good punch. I think you still have to give that second round to Laursen by the way he fought over the course of it, but a little bit of the confidence builder at the very end by Valentine as he fought off the ropes and landed a fairly heavy punch to end the round. Fairly even fight with 90 seconds to go, Dale.
Yeah, but you can't win a round with one punch, Barry. And that round definitely went to Laursen.
But you can do some damage.
Definitely, and you can. These guys at the middleweight division like this, they can end the fight with one punch, and it's got to give Valentine some confidence going out for round 3. I think conditioning is going to be a real factor here in the third round. I think you're going to see Laursen come on real strong and try and take him out of there.
They don't waste any time. Laursen with a good overhand right to start round 3. Valentine back with a good right hand of his own.
I'm sure Laursen will want to take him out of there, but he can't get sloppy doing it. Because Valentine passed the punch.
I think both fighters realizing that it's very close at this point, not wanting to leave any doubt in the judge's mind. Left hand was blocked there by Laursen. It sounded worse than it was. Laursen did a pretty good job fending off that left hand by Valentine.
Laursen's going to have to keep his left hand up there because Valentine's winning that right hand, and if it comes over top, it could do some damage.
Valentine also been effective with that short, sharp left jab. He's stuck it right in the face of Laursen 3-4 times here in round 3. The final round of this middleweight bout between Ejnar Laursen in the red trunks, Wolf Valentine in the black. Almost dead even at this point, and they're running out of time.
This is sometimes where you win and lose fights there in the last 30 seconds of a fight. Somebody's got to come on strong now.
Valentine is definitely tired, and but he fights off the ropes again. And Laursen lets his guard down, and he pays for it.
Let's remember, though, Laursen landed about 5 punches before Valentine came off the ropes there with that left hook.
I think he's showing his amateur experience. He knows that every punch counts in terms of points, and if they score this thing,
beautiful left hook to the body there, Barry.
I think he just won the fight, huh?
I don't know whether the ref has stopped the fight or whether it'll go to a decision. I think the referee has actually stopped the fight.
So they won't have to go to a judge's decision, it looks like. A little bit of confusion on the ring mat right now. And it will go to a judge's decision. The referee above us said that he did not stop the fight, so he's collecting the ballots right now. And it was as close as you can get, I would think, Dale.
Well, it's a pretty close fight, Barry, but I think like I mentioned earlier, what you got to remember is the number of punches Ejnar Laursen was throwing. He's tagging him. Then Valentine would come off and land a bomb. But one punch does not win you a round.
Valentine on a number of occasions looked like he was, I don't know where he got the second win from. He was taking a severe dose of punishment along the ropes, and then he would just fight himself off, although I think the experience, the amateur experience of being able to fight full out for 3 rounds really stood Ejnar Laursen in good stead there in that third round, because he just kept throwing punches. Weren't that dangerous? They had no potential of knocking out Valentine, but they were scoring points. And if the judges saw it the way I think you saw it, then it looks like Larsen's probably going to come up with a victory here.
Experience and conditioning, too, as I mentioned earlier, Barry. 3-round fight like this, if you've got the stamina to go the distance like that and look fresh after the fight, then that's very important in the judge's eyes. But make no bones about it, Valentine should not hang his head.
And, well, exactly. I think the best fight we've had this evening in terms of evenly scored. Let's take a look at some of the action from this round.
I think right here is
second round action.
And Laursen is throwing the body punches. I think he gets Valentine in some trouble here. And if this is the same thing, we'll see Valentine come off with a hook that catches Laursen.
That's right. This is right near the end of round 2. He'll land one punch.
Right when you think he's down and out, Valentine, tough guy that he is, will come back.
But you called it at the time. You can see there's that amateur experience. He's not doing anything there but scoring points. He's not doing any damage, but he is.
The decision of the judges is unanimous. It is the red corner, Laursen. Laursen, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't think the fans like that decision, Mr. Walters, but I think that's probably just about the way you saw it.
Well, Valentine looked a little disappointed, too.
Get ready.